Hey Joe, so I'm talking to Joe about what went down at the camp and people losing their belongings. And he's going to tell us kind of what went down and what he lost.
Well, anyways, they came out one day. I was there for a long time, kept everything clean, everything respectfully, and everything like it should be. And so, anyhow, they came out one day and said, "Hey, you got to move, and you got till such and such a day time." They said Monday evening, but they came Tuesday.
Because you were in a camper.
Yeah,
This is your
because-
camper that you're
yes.
standing by.
And I was in my RV, and they said all the RVs had to be moved. Don't worry about the tents or anything like
So
that.
those cops specifically told you that the tents were fine.
Yep, they said the tents were fine. Specifically told me tents were fine. So I said, okay, I'll move my RV and I'll keep a tent there. And I'll find some place for my RV where I could keep it.
Which you did.
And which I did. And so anyhow, they came and like 6:30 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and started cleaning up and taking everybody's stuff. I mean, they started at the south end toward Dartmouth on Platte River Drive there. They started there and they worked their way all the way up until they got everybody's stuff. They didn't care what it was, if you were there or not. They just started throwing it into the dump truck.
By
and
hand or with a
by-
tractor? Or?
With both. They had both. They were filling everything up and taking everything and just throwing it. They didn't care. And people were saying that's why they didn't care.
People were trying to stop them
Yeah,
and tell them to quit taking their stuff.
Right, and it didn't matter. They took everybody's stuff. So luckily I got me and a friend out of there, got us pulled out of there, and I went to go back and get the rest of my stuff. And it was gone.
It was gone.
And it accumulated to a lot of money. It might not be a lot to somebody, but it was a lot to me because I'm disabled.
Right.
And I have no place to go but live in my RV.
Right.
And I've tried to get Denver and everybody to help me, but you know how that goes.
Yep.
You shit in one hand and wish in the other, and which one's going to fill up first.
Yep.
So,
And so their response is to just kick you out.
right.
And we're not going to talk about where you're at right now. Denver says they might help you this week, though, huh? We're gonna follow up on that.
Yeah, they said they were going to help me and place me because they felt bad for me, or however they felt, whatever their reason was.
Right.
You know, and I explained my condition and everything. You know, I got it a little better than some people, but some people got it better than me.
And some got it worse than you.
Yeah.
And
some got it worse than me. And so why they came to me, and I don't know.
probably because you've been trying to get help for a very long time.
For a long time. But they said they would help me. So on Tuesday the 22nd, I go meet them at District 3 at 1 o'clock, and they had to bring me so I get placed.
We'll see how that goes.
So-
I'll be interested to know. But in the meantime, what kinds of things did you lose out there? What did they scoop up, take?
No, I lost. I mean, to some people it's not a loss. I lost a real nice canopy set up. I lost some real nice, expensive parts to my car. I lost flooring and siding and everything that I got for my RV because I'm remodeling it, so it is respectfully livable.
Right.
And I mean, I lost a lot of things. I mean, clothes, another thing that I just
Yeah, you had your clothes packed in there
Yeah.
and stored in the tent so you could get the RV out.
So I could get the RV out. I lost a very, very old, expensive antique table set that just, I went back to get it and it was gone.
And they didn't even bother to leave like a receipt to say that they had taken it to storage or...
Nothing. They didn't even get me nothing. And I went back to...
And they wouldn't let you in one of the times, right?
They wouldn't let me in. I went back on the same evening and I got everything and I stacked it away from everything and up against the fence. And they let me in for 20 minutes, maybe an hour, if that. And they said if I wasn't done by then, they were coming in, getting me and escorting me out.
Ah.
And I said, okay, I'll try and hurry. So I went and did that and everything. And I go back the next day and they would not let me in whatsoever. And they knew that I lived there.
Yeah, you're not the only one to say that that happened to. There were people that flat out weren't let in. Joe, thank you. We're going to follow up with you this week.
Okay.